Right, kettle's at the going off. I now have the hot water. So, it's hot water's in this now. And we fill up there, what you call it? Hooray, we have hot water. Now, personally myself, I don't feel that that's enough water in one kettle because it's filling up that amount from there to there of hot water. So, just have to get another hot water. So, knock off the electrics for now. And go back over and we fill up the kettle again. Only this time we can leave that there. Leave everything switched on now. And now let's go back over and get the water. So this will be 2 kettles full. So put this on like this. Water. Put it somewhere dry. Knock off this. Knock it off. Back over with the kettle. And wait for this one to boil. So, back onto this again. See, I have to pour on this because it's just too long. So, make it nice and steady. Put the switch on and kettle on. And wait for this kettle. So what I'm doing is I'm going to pause this video again, wait for the kettle to boil, and restart it when it boiled. Right, I've put this video back on now because the kettle is just about to pop. It's boiling away there. Wait for the light to knock off. Sorry about this. I'm not going to hear it. About to knock off. Say watch kettle never boils. come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Here we go. Bubbling away. Right, now, here we go. So, we have the second kettle now. So, as I say, this barely went up as far as that rim, so... Now, with the kettle, we have this little reservoir full, and we have to there. That kind of line is where the water is now. It's down there. So that's the best I could do with the hot water with the kettle. Unless I start using kettles number 3. Now, next thing is to de-do all this now, the electrics. So, before they even pull out that plug. Because I'm not too sure whether this is a 3-phase wire or 2-phase or could be anything, so off, and then unplug this, make sure not to touch them wires. Out. So, we are now safe. Oh. We unplug. Kettle. Back out of the room. Lift trolley up over them. Up over horizontal. Lights off. Look up room. And then back over to where the water is. And this is to clean the mopheads here. So this goes back into here. We have some hot water, and now in goes some cleaning fluid. That's cleaning fluid, and then some bleach. It. Got to go through an awful lot of that doing this every day. That over here. That's the bleach back in. There's the cleaning stuff back in. Now we have to put water in, which is freezer cold, and get some bubbles going so it can wash. Yeah. don't want to put too much water in because what you call it, but we've loaded them, so it means the 2 kettles that I put in there now is being diluted by the freezer cold water. So make sure this is off. Yep, water off. Now, this normally is done by 2 hands, but because I'm holding the phone, we're going to have to put these all in there and wash them. So this is what happens every time that I'm over here in block 16. These have to get washed. So when you get them into the water, you then use what I like to call broken thing and poke them into the water, move them around a bit. It's because I've no sink or I've no taps, or well, I have a tap, but I've no sink and I've no way of cleaning them. Next thing is, might try and put this like this. There we go. Right, hands go in, up and down. So what I had to do is I had to roll them up and I squeezed them out. And I put it in the tray there beside me. Yeah. So you get 3 each time. So up and down a few times, just try and clean them a bit. Your back just kill you doing this as you're bending over. But there's 2. And third one. So again, back killing you bending down. So you stuff them into that and squeeze. And when you've that done, they're ready for mopping the floor again. Now they're not great, but what I do is about once a month I bring them down to the laundrette and what you call it, give them a good go on the laundrette. But at least with the kettle the water's not freezing, but it's not hot either. So another 3 of these. So your back really gets an exercise because you can feel the strain every time you bend them down. Now bending my knees, everything else. But this just to show you what has to be done. And this is even before you do any cleaning. So now you could do this before cleaning or after cleaning, but this is just to show you what is involved. So nobody's gonna look at all these videos, unfortunately, to see what I have to do, but just want to make a record of it. This is what is involved if you want the clean gallery. Then, to empty the water, take this off. This water is now dirty, so take this up here. You take this bucket, lift over to ashore. It's in the ground. And empty. And we're ready to fill up the kettle again. Fill up the bucket again. Electricity, water, ready, and then we're ready to start the block. Hope this video is somewhat educational on what the requirements are for washing this blocks. Thank you. Bye bye.